The airport was alive with the usual chaos of the morning rush, rolling suitcases rattling across the tile floor, flight announcements echoing through the intercom, the faint smell of fresh coffee drifting from the cafe down the hall. Amelia Brooks weaved through the crowd with determined strides, clutching her boarding pass like it was the most important document in the world. She had exactly 25 minutes before her flight to New York boarded, a flight she could not afford to miss. This conference was her shot at securing a promotion she'd been working toward for 3 long years, and she had rehearsed every detail of her presentation to perfection. But fate had other plans. Just as she passed the row of chairs near gate 14, she caught sight of an elderly man sitting alone. His silver hair glistened under the bright airport lights, but his face was pale, alarmingly pale. At first, she thought maybe he was just tired, but then she saw his trembling hand clutching at his chest, his breathing rapid and shallow. His lips moved slightly, but no sound came out. Amelia's steps slowed, her heart pounding for a completely different reason now. She could walk past, pretend she didn't see, and make it to her flight on time. But the thought barely lasted a second before she dropped her carry-on and rushed to his side. "Sir, can you hear me?" she asked, kneeling beside him, her voice calm but urgent. His eyes met hers, full of fear and pain. "It hurts my chest," he whispered, his voice breaking. Amelia glanced around. People were staring, frozen in place, but no one was coming forward. "I need help here," she called out. "Somebody call the paramedics." A security guard in the distance grabbed his radio. Amelia slid her arm behind the man's back to support him. "Stay with me, just breathe slowly, okay? I'm right here." The man's breathing grew shallower, and Amelia could feel the seconds slipping away like sand through her fingers. She remembered the CPR training she'd taken years ago and quickly loosened his tie, checking his pulse. His skin was cold to the touch. "Please, sir, stay with me," she repeated, her voice trembling now. Within minutes, though it felt like an eternity, a pair of paramedics rushed over, pushing a stretcher. They worked swiftly, attaching monitors and giving him oxygen. One of them asked Amelia what happened, and she explained everything she saw. They nodded in acknowledgement before wheeling the man away toward the medical bay. Amelia stood there for a moment, catching her breath. Her adrenaline was still high, but reality hit her like a wave. Her flight. She grabbed her bag and ran toward gate 9, but when she arrived, the doors were closed. The agent shook her head sympathetically. "I'm sorry, ma'am, the plane's already pushed back from the gate." Amelia's stomach sank. She tried to plead her case, explaining why she was late, but the agent could only rebook her on a much later flight. She found an empty seat in the terminal and dropped into it, her mind a mix of frustration and doubt. Had she just ruined her career opportunity for nothing? Hours passed. She sat in the corner with her coffee, replaying the scene over and over in her head. Then a man in a crisp black suit approached her. He was tall, with sharp features and an authoritative presence. "Are you Amelia Brooks?" he asked. "Yes," she replied cautiously. He smiled. "My name is Daniel Carter. I'm the operations director for Skylink Airlines." Before she could respond, he continued. "The gentleman you helped earlier, his name is Edward Whitmore. He's not just any passenger. He's the founder and owner of this airline." Amelia blinked in surprise. "Owner?" "Yes," Daniel confirmed. "Mr. Whitmore asked me to find you. He's stable now and resting in our private lounge. He told me you stayed with him when everyone else just watched. He wanted to personally thank you." Amelia hesitated, then followed Daniel to the lounge. Inside, Edward Whitmore sat in a comfortable chair, looking much better than before. His eyes lit up when he saw her. "Amelia," he said warmly, "I owe you my life." "You don't owe me anything," she said softly. "I just did what anyone should have done." Edward shook his head. "No, many saw me, but only you stopped. That says a lot about your character." He paused, then smiled knowingly. "Daniel told me you were headed to New York for a conference. I'm guessing you missed your flight because of me." She nodded, reluctantly. "Well," Edward said, leaning forward, "I happen to own a few planes that can get you there faster than commercial flights." He glanced at Daniel. "Prepare the jet." Amelia's eyes widened. That's not necessary." "Oh, but it is," Edward interrupted. You helped me when you had nothing to gain. Let me return the favor." Within an hour, Amelia found herself aboard a sleek private jet en route to New York. Edward accompanied her, and during the flight, they talked for hours. He shared stories of how he built his airline from the ground up, and she told him about her work and dreams. By the time they landed, she not only made it to her conference on time, but also had an unexpected offer waiting for her. Edward wanted her to join Skylink's marketing team in a leadership role. The conference went well, but Amelia knew that the real turning point of her life had happened in that airport terminal. It was a reminder that sometimes the choices we make in moments of urgency, choices that seem to cost us everything, can open doors we never imagined. As she boarded her return flight days later, Amelia glanced out the window, smiling to herself. She had set out that morning thinking she was chasing a career milestone, but in helping a stranger, she had found something far more valuable, proof that kindness has a way of circling back when you least expect it.